my main role is to support and guide those people who have got diabetes, who are living the journey of diabetes, and in that process it's about helping them to adjust to living with diabetes, increasing their knowledge and their understanding of the whole diabetes process, and also teaching them the skills that are involved in self-managing their condition. So people call us usually as soon as they're diagnosed, and often that's from their GP. We may see some people prior to their diagnosis if they've been diagnosed with what we call pre-diabetes. But once they have been diagnosed, definitely that's the point where we like them to come and see us so that we can then help them adjust, as I said earlier, to living with their condition now and teach them all the necessary skills that are involved. People with diabetes come to see me primarily to learn about what's required to self-manage the condition, to have a better understanding about their condition, and also to gain some support and guidance about which way to head. That's also in conjunction with their GP and other health professionals involved. But we're often the first port of call once they've been diagnosed. The most important things to teach people who are living with diabetes is what is diabetes. They need to have an understanding of what the condition is and how it affects their body, and also then what the management is or does involve. And there's many aspects involved in diabetes management, and this can be very challenging at times for people. There's all the knowledge that's required, there's the skills for blood glucose monitoring, and a lot of people are required to monitor their blood glucose levels at home. There's learning about the impact of different foods and physical activity and their medication. So it really becomes a juggling act for a lot of people and challenging. The one thing I really see my role is to let people with diabetes know that even though it's a self-management condition, that doesn't mean that they have to do it on their own. That there are a lot of support out there and a lot of services there to help them, obviously the Diabetes Educator being one of those, but that self-management doesn't mean having to battle and challenge yourself on your own. Definitely the first things that we would work with somebody with diabetes about is how do they feel about it, so providing that emotional support for them, and also increasing their knowledge. What is diabetes, what's happening in their body at this time, and then we might look on to blood glucose monitoring if that's something that their GP has recommended that they do. They're the key areas that we would focus on initially, and then depending on what stage they're at and what medications they're on, whether they're at risk of a hypo or not, we would address those issues. So each time that they come to see us, we will address something new that I feel that they're ready to work on and that they feel comfortable working on.